Hello everybody, PsyStarcraft here. It is Monday at 1:32, December 20th, and I am back with some casting for you all. We have a Zerg versus Protoss, and this is actually from the StarCraft Reddit Invitational, SC Reddit Invitational. It's a tournament I played in on Saturday. This is one of the games from that tournament. I did pretty well. I don't want to spoil my actual finish for any of you. But if you're interested, I have the link to the replay pack for all the games of the tournament in the description. So check that out, download it. It's got about 16 games against a lot of strong opponents. And after the tournament was over, I had a lot of requests for different games to cast, and this was one of them. So I'm going to be casting this game. So if you do go through that replay pack, you're going to see this one inside of there. And it's on Steps of War, ZVP, not sure if I said that. My opponent is pooMonger. And of course, I am the green Zerg in the top right. Psy. And when you see any colors besides blue and red, you know it's a non-ladder game. And of course this is a non-ladder game because it was a part of the SC Reddit tournament. If you're interested in checking out Reddit, StarCraft, it's starcraft.reddit.com. It's got tons of awesome news, funny pictures of StarCraft people, Idra Rage, replay links, all kinds of cool stuff like that, so make sure to check it out. Admins there are very kind. And Steps of War, interesting map. Very short. You tend to see, this is the map where you see the most creativity from Zerg players. You see Idra spine rushing with Hydras against Huck. You see Mothership rushes from Huck. I guess he's not a Zerg player, but anyway, you see a lot of creativity because it's so small and it's so hard for Zerg that they need to do something out of the norm to throw their opponents off guard. And you're going to be seeing that from me this game, and it's pretty interesting. We can see I'm going pool first. Did I get an extractor first? Yeah, it looks like I went extractor on 15, pool on 14. And I have a very deliberate strategy, and you're going to see it unfold in just a moment here. You can kind of identify it really soon that it is a little bit unusual. But we have a nice pylon block from pooMonger. So far just a gateway. And if you're going to use a scouting drone, try to block the cybernetics for as long as... Whoa, cat. Calm down. Try to block the cybernetics score as long as you can. You can see I was just right there, and as a result, he went up to like 300 minerals, was blocked for a long time, and yeah, just whatever you can get. And of course, he wants to put it right here because he wants to have this little hole. I think that's actually, I don't know, that might not be close enough. I'm not a toss player. For that little Zealot to block off. And of course, on steps against toss, you're completely fine sending your Overlord straight to your opponent's base because this is how fast the Cyber Core will get in. Even if it was like 15 seconds later, the Stalker wouldn't be out for like 25 or 30 more seconds. So don't worry about your Overlord safety. There's no way they can get a Stalker fast enough to actually kill the Overlord before you can just run it away up here, over here, something like that. I actually should have ran it right over here so I could check out the expansion. Okay, looks like around 22 or 23 I did put down an evolution chamber, so already we're seeing some kind of change in this build. I'm pulling off gas once I have my second 100. My first 100 went to Zergling speed. My second 100 is going to Zergling attack upgrade, +1 in attack upgrade. No expansion yet. Usually you'll see an expansion after you get a couple lings and kill that pylon, but still no expansion. Yeah, okay, I didn't think that was a tight wall, or one space wall. Now he's got the pylon, so now my cat just fell off my nightstand. Now he's got the little hole there that I can't get through. And if you're going to prod up with Zerglings, be very careful. I sent all 4. You should probably just send 1 because a sentry will force field that and kill all 4 of your Zerglings, and that's really annoying. Those could have been drones, man. You're going to have to replace those 4 Zerglings, and that's 2 drones lost. So you see I did replace my drones on gas. My first queen is out. Oh, I actually have 2 queens, so I got 2 queens. One is going to be spreading a creep tumor. Second one, of course, is injecting. And now I'm getting a hatchery, around the 30 mark or something like that. Again, this replay is in the description if you want to check it out. So if you want to try this build. Speed is complete, so this probe isn't going to have any chance of getting through. 2 sentries. What's he doing? Okay, he's got 3 gateways, so he might... Well, it's not 4 gateways. He's got enough for a 4th gateway, so 3 gateway expansion probably. Yeah, it looks like he's preparing that pylon there for an expansion. So pooMonger switching it up a bit. A lot of times you will see some early aggression from Protoss, a lot of 4 gates, stuff like that. But not this time around. Layer going down. Lots of saturation. Now I am oversaturated now, but I'm preparing to transfer to my expansion, so that's just fine. You don't have to worry about that. The expansion is now being completed, being started rather. I should have picked off that probe, wasn't really watching. Pylon is cancelled, nice cancellation from pooMonger. Lots of sentries. Now when you see this many sentries, you know they're going to expand. Now, I saw the expansion anyway, but sentries are a very great expansion protector. So, yeah, that's what he's doing right here. There goes the transfer of the probes. Layer almost done. Notice I'm still running off 1 gas. This entire game, running off 1 gas. Producing 3 overlords. I guess I supply blocked myself a little hard, and I got happy with the V button. And yeah, do not want to engage that. If he didn't use any force fields, I'd kill that easily, but of course he's going to use force fields, and that's just nightmare for Zerglings. And I have a lot of Zerglings, so the cool thing about this build is the Zerglings allow you map control, and they can actually defend 4 gates pretty well. If he were to go a straight up 4 gate, I would have to pump a lot more Zerglings, but I saw the expansion, so I wasn't overly worried about it. He's kind of hesitant, he doesn't want to move out or anything like that, and I'm actually making 20 more Zerglings. They do have +1, so it's probably... What are you doing, cat? It's probably a good idea for him not to move out. And here is what the build is, you guys. I went layer. While the layer is building, I get about 200 gas from this single geyser. I start Ventral Sacs. Now, Ventral Sacs takes 130 seconds. Pneumatized Carapace takes 60 seconds. So you don't have to worry about starting them at the same time. Start as Ventral Sacs first on 1 layer. And when you get 100, start the Carapace, the speed upgrade for your Overlords, on the other layer. And they'll get done almost at the same time. The Ventral will be a little bit slower. And then just mass produce slings. I have 29 drones. Only 1 geyser going. I could actually probably take these guys off the geyser since this is kind of all in. And the rest is just mass slings. Look at all these slings, man. I've got 69 lings against 13 gateway units, and they're +1 lings. This is a hallucinated Phoenix. If you're ever concerned about a Phoenix being real, watch how much damage your queens do it. If they do 18 damage to the Phoenix, you know it's a fake. And I did see that. I was a little bit worried. And I didn't want to reveal my strategy. So he sees a lot of lings. Actually, he might have seen these, so maybe I did reveal my strategy. But he's expecting a front door, and sentries are fine. This would actually be fine against 100 lings if he had nice force fields. And now I am loading up all these overlords, and this is very fast. This is at the 10-minute mark. I'm going with 95 Zerglings +1 overlord speed drop. I think this is a really good step strategy. If you guys ever want to try it, do it. I actually tried this one toss game before. The guy rushed Dark Templar, but I had this to build force, and I was fine. Now notice what I'm doing here. I want to drop in the main. He thinks these are just kind of, meandering overlords, not doing much. And the cool thing about dropping is you can't tell if there's something loaded. I want to keep these overlords here. I want to drop in the expansion after forcing all of his forces into the main. So this is, 9 overlords with 7. So 63 Zerglings, 62, one of them's not full. And we'll see how this turns out. He doesn't really have a lot of gateway units. He's still trying to benefit from that expansion. Dropping on the run. Gonna run in here, kill these 2 stalkers very quickly. He shouldn't have warped them in so exposed like that. And now he's gonna run in with his forces. Meanwhile, these 2 overlords are gonna go in and drop in the expansion. He's gonna be transferring his probes to the expansion. These lings will hold position in the mineral line. If I don't hold position, they might go attack the cannons if the cannons shoot on them. So I'm gonna make sure to do that. And my micro wasn't completely good here. I just kind of sent them in an attack command and hoped for the best. I wanted to make sure to hold position here. You can see I'm controlling the lings over there, killing a lot of probes. This main force in the main, even though these Zerglings are attacking the buildings, is doing great. That +1 is incredible. It's just incredible. I cannot express that enough. And meanwhile, even if he did fend all this off, which he didn't, not even close, all these probes are now dead. They're on creep. Very well played, GG from pooMonger. And I really like that strategy. You could see I had about, 40 to 50 lings by the time a 4-gate would have come. They might have been +1 at that time. If you're too concerned, throw down a spine or 2. You might as well. And yeah, it was actually a very one-sided game. 102 lings. Killed all his probes. He's only got 6 harvesters. Dropping the main, dropping the expansion. Pretty creative play. I'm very happy about this build. I think it can be pretty successful. He even scouted it, and he saw a lot of lings, but there's no way you can expect that drop to come. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I'll cast 1 or 2 more from the tournament. I don't want to spoil all of them if you guys do want to look at the replay pack, but I do have a lot of games in store for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, everyone.